Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have a very exciting review video for you guys. Milani just came out with two brand new eyeshadow palettes. They look very promising to me. I am super excited to try these eyeshadow palettes. Here are the palettes, how cute these are. One of them are all matte eyeshadows and one of them have a mixture of matte, shimmery, satin eyeshadows. Here are the inside of the palettes. The packaging is super cute. Then the back includes all the names of the eyeshadows. And here is the Bold Obsession palette. It comes with a really nice, really good quality, nice size mirror with the palette. You can see right here. These palettes reminds me of some of the Stila eyeshadow palettes. One of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes from Stila is the Eyes Are the Window palette, Mind. Here's the Stila palette that I'm talking about. Mine got a little dirty because my son drew on it with some of my eyeliners, so that's what happened to this. But anyways, the inside of the Stila palette look like this. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes. This palette also comes with a good size mirror, and this is all matte eyeshadow palette. Here's the Milani one compared to the Stila palette. They are very similar looking. Their packaging is pretty similar, except for the Stila one is all gold and the Milani one have a black border, gold inside and the gold on the top. Some of the colors in the Stila palette is very close to the colors in the Milani palette. The other thing that I have noticed is the Stila palette eyeshadows look a little bit bigger in size compared to the Milani ones. The amount of products you get in each of these palettes are really similar. I think the Milani one you get about 0.48 ounces and in Stila you get about 0.51 ounces. So it's just about 0.03 ounces difference, which is not a lot. These palettes retail for $20 each. I'll show you some swatches. So let's swatch the matte one first. So I'm going to start from the first row and then I'll go down from there. So the first color I have right here is called Fancy Vanilla. Feels really soft. Then the next color I'm swatching, Come Up Roses. Then the next color I have is Your Peach. Then the next one is My Daily Latte. This will be a really great color for transition. The next one I have is a mauvey pink color called Busta Mauve. The next color I'm swatching here, Catch a Tan. Swatching so smoothly. I'm loving these colors so far. The next one I'm swatching is Toast of the Town. Next color is No Plum Intended. No plum intended. Okay, the next color I'm going to swatch is Hiking in Sedona. This is like your typical burnt orange color that typically you see in a lot of the eyeshadow palettes these days. The next color I have is Chocolate is Life, and as the name says, it is a chocolate color. The second to last color that I have is Don't Raisin Your Voice, and this is like a dark plum color. And then the last color I have here is Umber the Sun. So far by swatching the colors, they look beautiful, they look pigmented, they feel soft, and I'm super excited to actually create an eye look with these palettes for you guys. I'm just getting so excited swatching these eyeshadows. Okay, now let's swatch the Bold Obsession palette. This eyeshadow palette has different kinds of eyeshadow, matte, satins, shimmery shades. This could be like one of those eyeshadow palettes that you can just travel with one eyeshadow palette and you're all good to go, and it has a mirror, so great for traveling. This eyeshadow palette has mostly warm colors with a couple cool tone colors. It has a matte black, which I really like. Let's go ahead and start swatching this palette. The first color I'm swatching is Can't Pink Straight. Very light pink color, basically a pinkish nude color. The next color is Sweet as Honey. This is a peachy nude color. Next I have is Bear in Mind. This is a satin color. It has a really nice golden glow to it. On my skin tone, it's barely showing any color. The next one I have is Sand of Time. It's a shimmery metallic shade. This is swatching so beautifully. The next one is like the star of the show. This is the color that drags your eyes in the center of this palette. This is called Gold Getter, and it's a beautiful coppery gold color. The next one I'm swatching is Slate All Day. This is a cool tone color, grayish taupe color. It is a satin color as well. Next one is Suede Side to Side. The next one is Blazing Hot. This is also a beautiful color on this palette. The next one I have Smoke Signal. This is a bluish gray color. You can definitely build up the intensity as well. The last row, the first color I'm swatching is Brunettes Have Fun. And this is again a chocolatey brown color, more like a coffee color. The next color I'm swatching is Red Between the Lines, satin maroon color. Last color is the Little Black Dress, and it's a matte black color. The black color is not swatching as smooth as I would like it to be. But beside that, I think all the colors swatched really nicely. I'm super excited. So far, I'm loving these palettes, and let's see what kind of look we can come up with and how they hold up on my eyes. I'm going to zoom you guys in. As you can see, I already did my base makeup and my brows. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyes. The first color I'm taking is from the Most Loved Mattes, and the color I'm taking is Fancy Vanilla. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lid to create a smooth base for my eyeshadows. The pigmentation is pretty nice and it's blending out pretty nicely. The next color I'm going to take is My Daily Latte. And I'm just going to put it right in the crease to kind of create a beautiful transition. As I'm dipping my brushes in there, I can see that these are pretty powdery eyeshadows, but they're also pretty smooth and blending out pretty nicely as well. This color on my eyes is not showing up as much as I would like it to, but I'm just going to go ahead build this color. Next, I'll be taking Sweet as Honey. I'm just placing this in my crease, just creating that transition. This is a beautiful transition color. Then I'm taking this roasted brown color, Catch a Tan, and then I'm going to place it in the inner and the outer part of my eyes. This is such a pigmented eyeshadow. So far I'm not getting any fallouts, which is great because all eyeshadows that I have used so far are the matte ones. And I'm concentrating these shadows on inner and the outer corner. I think I want to go for a halo eye look today. Let's see where we go. So far so good. So far I love these eyeshadows. They are so smooth and they blend like dream. Then I am taking a smaller brush. I'm going to go in with this Don't Raisin Your Voice, this burgundy shade right here, and then I'm going to place it, concentrating on the outer and the inner corner. Put in a little bit of time and I'll be building it because I don't want it to become too dramatic right away. And whatever's left over, I'm just taking it in the center, kind of blending in with the transition color, not adding any more products. I'm going to take an even smaller brush. Morphe M501 brush to kind of just blend everything together. I have not taken any additional product on this brush. Then I'm going to go in with the same small brush to take the black eyeshadow from the Bold Obsession palette, and I'm going to intensify the outer corners a little bit more, just teeny tiny bit more. Before I started, I didn't know which direction I wanted this look to go. It's getting pretty dramatic at this point. I'm going to go back to that burgundy shade that I initially put on and just going to go over that one more time. Just taking my time to build up the color. This way I'm getting a better control over the placement of the colors and the intensity as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the large Morphe brush to kind of blend everything one more time. And I'm going to take that burnt orange color. This is the color Hiking in Sedona. This is a brush from Coastal Sands. It's their BRCS06 brush. Sorry, my camera died, but I went ahead and applied a little bit of the Red Between Lines from the Bold Obsession palette in the center of my crease as well, just a little bit to give it a little bit more reddish tone to it. Now I'm taking a small flat brush to apply the color Blazing Hot. This is a coppery shade right here. I'm going to place this in the center of my eyelid. Pigmentation is so beautiful. I'm going to bring this color all the way up to my crease. I wonder if you were to use this color wet, if it would give you more intensity. I'm just applying this in a patting and then sweeping motion. With this eyeshadow, I am seeing some fallouts on my cheek. I would recommend that you do your eye look before you do your foundation. Okay, so I got the copper shade down on both my eyes. So I'm going to go back and use the burgundy shade to kind of blend the outer corner and the inner corner one more time, and just to kind of deepen it. Love the intensity of the copper shade. This time I'm going to use the same small flat brush, and I'm going to take Gold Getter from the Bold Obsession palette. And this one I want to use wet. I'm using this Avene Thermal Spring Water to wet my brush. I'm going to place this color in the center of my eyelid to give the center a little bit more drama. Applying it wet is definitely giving more intensity as I'm swatching it on my hand. Even without getting my brush wet, the intensity was still pretty impressive. Turning the brush on to the side so I stay more focused in the center. I'm going to go back to the copper shade and kind of one more time. To finish up the eye look, I'm going to go back to the burgundy shade again and just intensify it a little bit more. And then I'm just taking my large Morphe brush to kind of tie in everything else together. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some eyeliners and maybe some lashes. Let's see how that goes, and I'll be right back. So here's the finished look. I went ahead and add some eyeliners and eyelashes. I also added some eyeliner in my waterline. I pretty much repeated the same steps that I did on the top, on the bottom as well. So that's kind of what I did. And I also added some inner corner highlights and some brow bone highlights using two of the colors from the palettes. For the inner corners, I used this color right here from the Bold Obsessions palette. It's called the Sands of Time. This is a beautiful color. It's really shiny, and I didn't even have to wet the color, so it is so beautiful color. And then for my brow bone highlight, I used the Fancy Vanilla color from the Most Loved Mattes. I'm really impressed with these eyeshadow palettes so far. The colors are beautiful. The pigmentation was on point. I'm loving how the gold and the copper are looking in the center. I think it's totally worth $20. The quality of the eyeshadows are great. It's swatched very well. The only thing is the shimmer shades. They are a little bit flaky when you're applying it. Be careful because they will have fallouts. I was having a hard time cleaning out all the fallouts that I had over here. I had to redo my foundation. I recommend definitely do your eyes first if you're using the shimmery shades before you go ahead and put on your foundations. For the matte shades, even though they seem a little powdery when I dip the brush, but then when I applied it on my eyes, I didn't really have any fallout, which was great, and I think it's looking beautiful. I think both of these eyeshadow palettes are super hot. If you're looking for some warm tones or neutral colors, some matte colors, or even a travel-friendly palette that you can just take one palette and create a daytime look, nighttime look, then the Bold Obsession palette is like your all-in-one palette. Whereas the Most Loved Mattes, also beautiful palette. If you're a matte lover, you're gonna love this palette, and the colors are gorgeous. Milani did a great job creating these palettes. I hope they come out with more colors and more options. Hi everyone, I'm checking back in for an update for you guys. It's been an hour and a half since I put on my eye makeup on. So far it's looking pretty good. I don't see any creasing going on. I didn't really do much around the house. I just did a little bit cleaning and I was just sitting around, so I didn't really sweat or anything. So I wouldn't really expect any changes in the eyeshadow. If it did change, me doing nothing, then that would be a really bad eyeshadow. The eyeshadows are not moving around, which is great. I just wanted to do a quick check-in before I head out for my family event. So now I'll be heading out, and hopefully I can do a check-in before I head to bed once I get back. So I'm back for my final check-in for tonight. It's about 1:30 a.m. right now. I have had this makeup on for about 7.5 hours, maybe a little bit more than that. So far, I think the eye makeup looks really good. They stayed in place, especially the shimmery colors that I put in the center. They stayed in place. They didn't move around or anything. Even the little gold skinny line I did in the center, it stayed there. Around my lower lash line, I do see a little transfer, a couple gold specks right here. But I think for a 7 to 8 hour wear, that's a pretty good wear time. My lashes are pretty much coming off by this time now. It's really late. I'm already wearing my PJs. I'm ready to go to bed. So my final thoughts about these eyeshadow palettes. I absolutely love these palettes. They're gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. The quality is amazing. It didn't crease. I don't have anything to complain about these shadows. They're super hot product. I got a lot of compliments today on my eye look and my eye makeup as well. So I'm really happy with the look. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, for all your support. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts about these palettes. Have you tried these palettes yet? If you have, which one is your favorite? I will sign out for tonight. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.